rested, well caffeinated, have yourselves a good day, slash night, slash whatever time frame it is for you guys. How do you do? I did a nap! Oh, so we're going to Blockbuster now. It's more of a house rental, but yeah, I guess. So what's up? Speech Joker Persona 5 just stopped by my house and asked if I knew where his car was. How was I supposed to say safe report and decided to play GT? Lord help me. She did, yes, I eat tacos, which is why I'm late. Because I had to make dinner and eat. But I'm here and I made a bomb-ass thumbnail. I'm very proud of me. And I ate well. Ate well today. Because I made some killer tacos today. So what's everyone up to today? How do you do? Who all do we have here listening? We have Kyle, we have Dude, we have Shiny Mew, we have Midna, we have Melissa, we have Shaman, we have Hawkeye. You have a nap tomorrow, downside. It's always today. Lord help me. I took a nap today because like we didn't end stream till like 4 o'clock yesterday because I was damn determined to find the house puzzle and fix it, finish it last night. So we did all that shit. I was up till fucking 4 streaming. And then I had to eat something after stream. So I ate something after stream. By the time it was time to like actually go to bed, it was like 5:30, and I'm like, well shit, it's 5:30. And I've got to be up at 7, so like I might as well like just stay up. So I stayed up. My audio's a bit quiet. My audio should be quiet. My audio should be loud as all get out. It's probably because I'm talking quieter than normal. But let's try doing this. Help it out some. See if that's any better. Because like my microphone should be picking me up loud as all get out. Hello. Here, audio just fine. Also, hi. We'll be using the Arson Mobile All Joker Festival. But, uses overpowering the mic. That I can see possibly happening because I've got this a little loud. I was trying to turn it down some before I started. Let's do that. There we go. But I stayed up, took Mizu to work. Lord help me. So that's what it really is. People just wait for me to turn the music down so people could do a screamer really loud in everyone's headphones. Lord help me. Are we doing Splat of Weed? It's just repeat. Normally, I'd be all about it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not putting myself through that this time. Not at all. Also, hi, Daddy. I had a very long discussion about why I'm not doing it this time. It is a repeat, which makes me fear a repeat of what happened last time, where I played and most of my viewers, most of my friends, and even my family did not pick Team Zombie. So, no, I'm not going to do it because that's the only time I've ever like actually gotten severely upset playing Splatoon, and I just don't want that. Normally I'd be all about it, but I don't want a repeat, and I don't want that kind of disappointment because that made me so upset that I was upset with like everybody, and it's not fair to everybody for them just picking to play a game the way they want to play a game. So yeah, no. Also, hello Soul Reaper. At least I was nice wait for the lower volume. The issue is the things I lowered were not that thing. The only person who matters that they pick Team Zombie is Mizu. Yeah, as I said, it's one of those things I was frustrated and upset for something that like doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And it wasn't something that like I needed to be upset about, but I took offense to it. And it's not fair to, like, be that guy of being upset about that, but that's why I'm not going to play it, so I don't get upset like that again for something silly, you know? And what is up, Phantom Flame? How are you? But yeah, no. So that's the reason why I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it, like, I'm not going to do it so I don't have, like, a reason to be upset with everybody that doesn't make any sense. Because it's silly to be upset about it, and I can recognize that about myself, is that it is a silly thing to be upset, to get hurt over. But, like, that one, like, is like that one thing I just can't. I'm still salty over the last one. So, yeah. To avoid that happening again, to avoid me being upset for something silly, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. No, this is the one that I will skip because I already know how it's going to go. Because a lot of these just repeat and are just repeat instances of last time. Sometimes they change. How long should I wait? Including the spoiler channel. You can usually post it immediately in the spoiler channel. That's what the spoiler channel's for. You can post whatever you want to in the spoiler channel. Because y'all can talk amongst yourselves in the said spoiler channel. Why are you giving me tea? I don't want tea. But yeah, no, so I'm going to be avoiding that one just so I don't get upset for what seems like a silly reason. But yeah, no, so, like, yeah, no, we're skipping that one. Now, I do have a fun game today that we're going to play on a different note. I am going to be playing a game called Rental. It is a game that I've actually had in my inventory for a very long time. I forgot I'd had it. I remember seeing it when it first came out, was first announced, so like when they're still like working on it, building it, this, that, and the other. And I remember being interested in it, but like I never did anything with it, and that was years ago. But now I think it's kind of like now I'm going through and like playing a lot of older indie horror titles and trying to show a little love here and there to the indie horror genre a little bit more. I thought now was a pretty good time to play it. It's a game that literally it's kind of what would happen if you were to cross Silent Hill with Animal Crossing, and this has me very, very excited. I'm very excited to play this. Like it is such a bizarre concept for a game. One of these days there needs to be a chat and chill stream where it's stories about nerd culture and stories of playing Dungeons and Dragons. I could probably do that too. I talk about nerd culture all day. My Dungeons and Dragons game days are probably not as extravagant as everybody else's you probably see online, but they are fun. I have to start playing Alan Wake Remastered soon. It's near the end of the month. I own that game. I have not. I own it on Steam now. Because I used to own it on Xbox 360 when it came out years and years ago. I need to go back and play through it again. Because, like, it's been years since I've played that game. And I never streamed that one. Because I played it long before I was a streamer. I need to actually go in and actually, like, stream that one. Because I think it would be a fun one for stream. I meant to go back and play it when they put Alan Wake in Dead by Daylight, because they made him a playable character in Dead by Daylight. And I meant to go back and play it then, and it for some reason slipped my mind. I think I saw a video about this, but it was a long while. It's been a long while. I remember a video popping up in my feed about it last year around Halloween, and I almost played it then. But I had a lot of stuff going on at that time, so I didn't have the ability to do so. Because there was a lot of family chaos going on at that time. I have coffee in my screamy cup of death and doom. Yeah, I saw a video pop up, and I watched a little bit of it. And I stopped watching it because I didn't want spoilers for this. I still have... I was actually looking through all of my stuff today while trying to get tags for this video, and I found that video again, still in my Watch Later tab. So I could go back and watch that video after I finally played this game. So I'm going to go watch that video after I play this tonight. For anybody who's interested in this game as well, it is free on Steam. I did put a link to it in the description below the video, so y'all can check it out if y'all want. Coffee with Screamer. That is so bad. That is so bad. So let's go play it this month. I don't want to disappoint myself again. Man, now that is an entire mood. Like that's the reason I'm going back and replay. Like I'm actually finally going through and playing through a lot of indie horror games. Is I stated at the beginning of the year I was going to be going back and like going back to what I used to play, which was horror, indie horror, and all this, that, and the other. I was going to go back and do that, and I noticed by about October I'd barely done that. So this is where we're finally getting our chance to do that and actually like get into these things for you guys. And I'm still rushing through everything like a madman right now. Cause like I'm running through getting stuff prepared for Halloween and the wedding. I'm getting stuff prepared for stream. I've got stuff that's going to be happening throughout the course of this week and next week. I'm not going to tell everybody what everything is because I've already promised a lot, and I got to make sure that everything actually happens before I start saying, oh, this is the thing, and this is the thing, and this is the thing, and this is the thing. Because I want to make sure I actually get it done, because I've got so much on my plate at the same time that I haven't put everything to iron like I want to. So just know there's a lot of stuff planned. Has there ever been an expansion to Inscription? There was an expansion that came out for Inscription. There was one that came out for Inscription. It came out, literally, I beat the game and it showed up like 2 days later. And I kept meaning to go back to it and I haven't yet, and I really fucking need to. Like, I really need to, 'cause I was obsessed with Inscription. That game. Ooh, that game. And I've been avoiding spoilers and videos on the completed story of that game forever now because I kept meaning to go back, but I kept having so much stuff happen. Also, I can play the Silent Hill 2 remake now for free on PlayStation Plus Premium. That's cool. That's a phenomenal game to play. I loved that game. But yeah, tonight we're going to play through this. This one isn't super long from what I keep hearing. I don't know how long it's going to take us to get through this game. Play a total of 3 playthroughs of Inscription. I've only done the one, and I want to do more for that. Because like I spent so much time on that one playthrough, just trying to find everything that I could. But yes, we're going to jump into this game. It's supposed to be like hyper scary, but it is supposed to be a very spooky game. And I already love the look of this game because it already has like the kind of like PS1 kind of aesthetic for it. I have soup and a lack of proper tower defense strategizing. How are things tonight? Things are going pretty good. I'm about to start a new game tonight called Rental, which is a indie horror game that is actually free on Steam. If you're interested in it, I did post a link to it down in the description, so do feel free to grab it for yourself. Done 2 on PC and 1 on PlayStation. Spoopy intensifies. How's it going, Pixel Man? Also, how are you, Random Spaghetti? Getting all the names mixed up now. Lord help me. But yes, no, I'm very excited for this. So we're gonna go ahead and go through this. I've got other spooky horror games though this month that I've got to finish. Look Outside. I've got to finish Look Outside. We've got Bye Sweet Carol. And we've got a few others. We got a couple that I'm going to go through and replay through because it's been a long time since I've played through them. We have a lot of new peeps here that I kind of want to introduce to some games. We've got a lot. As well as I have a massive backlog of indie titles. Like I was actually looking through this earlier today, and Lord help me, like, my indie horror catalog is 109 games big, of which on stream I think I've played about 40% of. So we're going to be going through some of these. The only reason why it's going to be selling to grab some of them is I'm going to have a few streams where I wind up playing 2 or 3 games in a stream, just because of how short some of them are, but also including the fact that I do want to play them on stream. I do want you guys to see them. Good. Tried a new instant noodle and listened to a meme song I was sent. What was the instant noodle? Subscription is no longer in the game catalog for PlayStation Plus to play for free, so it's $19.99. I wound up getting it for PC a long time ago. Now, see, I've turned this on once before, just so I could like get it geared up for OBS. And it just cold opens like this. Like it just starts off like this. We have like no idea what's going on yet. Seafood Noodle, the song is a storm alert that sounds like boss music. That sounds horrifying. Can always stream Shadow Hedgehog one day. I did do the Sonic X Shadow Generations game. I do have some Sonic content planned for this month. That'll be next week, because I have some Sonic fan-made horror games coming up, as well as there's a comic I want to discuss with Sonic in mind. Because years ago, IDW when IDW took over Sonic, like shortly after like getting us like adjusted to IDW Sonic, they gave us like a phenomenal like horror comic for Sonic that spanned like from 2019 through 2020, which was a hell of a time to make a horror comic based on a virus. Mystery Mansion, Pumpkin Hill is great. I fucking love Pumpkin Hill. Our good old Suzuki Carry. Oh, that saga. Yeah, the Metal Virus saga! Yeah! There's actually someone who made a horror AU that continues the Metal Virus saga if the characters didn't beat the virus. And it's actually really good. Like, I'm not like a super fan of a lot of like the AUs that float around, but that one was really fucking good. Good old Suzuki Carry. The door's open. Could the rental man already be here? Did you want to play with me? No. Rude. It's like, nope, I just want to leave. Bye. Ugh. It has Silent Hill style controls. What do you think, Gumi? It's not too shabby. Need to do something here. If you pay close attention, you can hear the ocean from here. You can hear seagulls. I can't hear it. I hear seagulls, though. Change your mind. Dots. Could you check for him while we unload the car here? He's got to give us the keys. What a nice vacation we're going to have. Apparently you get a trophy / achievement for talking to everybody and then talking to everybody twice. So there's the third time. But yeah, no, I want to talk about the Metal Virus saga, like, and I'm going to be doing that while playing through a couple of Sonic horror fan games that I've found that I think would be really fun. Who closed the door? Hey, open up! But I'm the one inside. It won't open. I should find that rental man. Do not find the dental man. Got my blood work done today. Fastest time ever. 5 seconds, 1 vial of blood. Jeebus. Oh, we can just walk on through. Okay. You got a one-track mind. Oh, her door's opening. Yeah, it's definitely rocking old school tank controls. We get it. You want to find the dental man. We get it. I already don't know how I feel about this. Found the bathroom. TV. What's up? Rental man. Did you come from the outside? I've been trapped here for weeks, months. I don't even know anymore. I need to get the keys. My parents are... Forget about your parents. You'll never see them again anyway. Unless what? You'll have to perform a ritual to exorcise this cursed place. Yes, that's it. I can't do it myself, of course. I'm just some helpless rental man. But you're a little girl. Who else could do it better? You just need to find the artifacts. It's, let me see. 6 crosses. A woman behind bars. Some angry man. No, not me! 3 candles. And then... Wait, I think you should know. There appears to be a secret room somewhere in here. I don't know how to summon it, but some of the stuff is probably there. Good luck. What? Huh. You talking about Metal Apocalypse AU? Yes. As well as I found another one that's like really, really, really trippy that I started looking into, but like, okay, so like, part of the reason why I have an irritation with AUs is not the fact that they exist or the storytelling, because like considering they're fan-made projects, a lot of times they're actually pretty good for what they are. My issue with a lot of AUs is just fucking reading them, because they're usually either all on TikTok or Instagram, and you have to scroll through a bajillion shit because they don't ever have like here's a list, here's a playlist, just click it and just run through it. You have to shuffle through the entirety of their page and pray everything's still properly in order. So, like, I started reading that one. I started reading another one at the same time that is Metal Sonic thinking he's actually Sonic the Hedgehog. It starts off, he fucking kills Sonic the Hedgehog, and he starts wearing his skin and trying to be Sonic. Dead Code, yeah! There's nothing in the drawer. Wonder if 90DF is on. The TV looks kind of fuzzy. Today is a good day. Oh! Wish I could sleep on a bed this big. I usually have to wait until they move to YouTube. See, a lot of times, like, they don't even move to YouTube. I usually have to watch somebody else talk about it. But that's the issue, is I want to see, like, the source material for it. Because a lot of times, the person who's, like, reading it or going over it, they're just going over it. Like, I want to see the actual, like, core material. Huh, this one was easy. Found a cross. I'm screaming because car. Oh, I saw your car! It looks like Sonic as a car. I like it. There's a man, but he doesn't look angry. There's a woman, but she's not behind bars. There's some ugly kid, too. No time for a hot bath. Can't reach the cupboard. I named her Neptune. That's adorable. This game is already more religious than I expected it to be. 4 chairs, huh? My little brother should eat outside. Rude. No problem here. Is there anything to eat? Guess not. Looks like some old cups and dishes up there, but I can't reach the cupboard. How the weird rental dude, like, actually survive? No problem here. The windows look kind of low budget. But no, I'm hella excited for you. It's no time to take a nap. There's always time for a nap. Cute necklace. Don't think I could use this. Oh, we put the necklace on. It's locked. So we need to find a key for it, I guess. It's always time for a nap. You don't understand who's playing this game. Now, this guy looks angry enough. Found angry man. We found Jesus. So time to take a nap. Just some clothes my dad would wear. It's like, I know, like, people like to tell me all the time I need Jesus, but damn. Jesus! Some random woman with a baby. Ah, this texture looks so meaty. Ew. There's always stuff between the cushions. Found a candle! Table's floating, fair enough. What the fuck was that? No problem here. Windows look kind of low budget. Okay. Guess I have to find the stuff. What's in here? Oh, found 2 candles. Neat. Okay, so far so good. I mean, we saw the rental man vanish, so it makes me think he's a spirit. I mean, honestly, yeah, you could be right. Good, I'm glad we found him so we could teach him how to drive. I'm rocking the spooky fit in Pokemon Legends ZA. I still want to play it. I've been hearing a lot of chaos about that game, though. I don't feel so well. Oh, I don't like that! I do not like creepy tall bunny man! One behind bars. Weird taste in decoration. Just happy Joker's now in Crossworlds, so now my Smash Bros. Main is now my racing main. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. I still need to find, like, what, 2 more crosses? Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this. I need to find a way to, like, get into that cabinet. 4 chairs. No! So how do I get something so I can reach? Can I move the floating thing? Nope. 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 Just bunnies left behind. Hi, guy. I don't know how much of a threat this guy is. Other than him just being spooky. How do I unlock it? Where's the key? Time for a nap. Morning picture. I don't think I can use this. I don't like that I can't see what's going on. This place is super small. I know this is going to be a shorter game, but like I've already done most of the stuff so far. Stop that. Just pick in the drawer, found a key. Awesome. Interact with all the items in the house. How am I already through all this? Use the key. Close, close, and a cross thingy. Why are you not commenting on this thing? Persona Chaos. Stuffed bunnies left in between the cushions. Oh, there it is. Hidden. I don't like that. So reach up. There's nothing there. Okay, now what? Thought it'd be some of the floating table. Sup, buddy man? I think we've found everything. I have the stuff. I just saw candles there. Why were there candles there? Huh. There's always time for a nap when you're about to die. Oh, there's a door here. We now have a new door. Oh, what the fuck is this? Oh, we're in first person now. Sup, buddy? Oh, this got a lot trippier than I was expecting. Okay. Sandra Richter said they'd love to have Mario and Crossworlds, but Nintendo are babies about their IP. Obvious paraphrase. Here's my wanted character that'll never happen in a million years in Crossworlds, Captain Falcon. Do it, cowards! And by cowards, I mean Nintendo. I mean, honestly, I would love that. Jason and Clown Dude in the store in Fortnite today. I want Jason. I want Jason so fucking bad. What's up, buddy? Sup, buddy? Sup? 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 I don't know how I feel about this, guys. Seeing crosses. Sup. Show reflections. Z. Those are mirrors. I'm assuming they're probably mirrors. Which Joker it is. DC Comics or Persona 5. Yeah, it's Persona 5 for that one. But I would love to see like people like mod in like the DC cross Sonic crossover skins. Found they made pop figures for those. The hell is going on? I don't know how I feel about this. I have technically two branching directions. So I can go that way, or I can go this way. Oh, what's that? Only two left. Ah, we must go find more Jesus. By the power of Jesus. But I could definitely, like, I definitely now see why they say it's Animal Crossing meets Silent Hill. Because you have, like, the dialogue set up and, like, interactions with your character that you would have in Animal Crossing. But it very much feels like a first-person Silent Hill. What's up, buddy? That's us. So we've reached a dead end here. You use unblockable car parts and decals to make Batmobiles for Shadow in the base game, but the costume would be nice too. Oh, that would be like hella cool. Oh, hi! So can't go that way. So how do we wind up in a fucking house of mirrors? So he said he was scared of their own reflection. Oh man, okay, so there was a horror movie that came out like in like the is either the I want to say it's like the mid 2000s, and it was just a horror movie called Mirrors. And this movie, in and of itself, was not that scary of a movie, but like it had a concept that apparently decided to fuck with my brain. Of which you wind up like dealing with a monster that lives in the mirrors. And I remember watching this movie like stupid late at night, because that's how I always watch my horror movies. Apparently, is stupid late at fucking night. And in the process of doing so, I made myself paranoid going to bed that night because I hadn't slept properly in like days. And I wound up going down the hall and getting ready to go to bed. Walked into the bathroom, found out my mom had left the medicine cabinet open, which means it has one of these mirrors that faces out. So I turn on the light, see my own reflection, and I put my fist through a mirror. Fucked up my hand. So yes, I will jump at my own reflection. Should I? No, but I will. I am that guy. Because I hauled off on this fucking mirror. I was not happy. I've specifically been down this way. Ugh. Mirror 1, Zombie 0. I assume you need stitches. I probably should have gotten them, but I didn't. Because that was when I was young and stupid, and it's like, oh, I'll heal from this. And I did. But I still have the scars on my hands from it. They're not anything like super bad. They're mostly healed over now, but it's not my brightest move. Let's put it that way. So far, no Batman Shadow for Crossworlds, but we do already have Lupin Red over Joker. Really? The fuck is that noise? Ah, there's another one. Only one left. Alright, so I think we made it back to the beginning. Yeah, we made it back to the beginning. One sec. And Lupin Red, I'll give you an image. Because this is probably going to be the skin that I run with in this from now on. Is one of the Sentai Rangers from the series we never got. Or from one of the series we never got. Ta-da! It's a really good series. It's worth a watch. But yeah, no, that's insanely fitting the more I think about it. Oh, he is cool. You would definitely enjoy his Sentai series. Blade Raptor! Hello! How do you do? How have you been, friend? I hope you are well. Rawr. Rawr. Sorry, I'm 5. Let's see if I go down this way. I don't know if I've been down this way yet. But get some hearts in the chat. Yeah, it's a dog. It's a Shiba Inu. Think of it like the Dogecoin dog. Dogecoin dog. The Doge meme dog. Lord help me. I mean, I guess he is on a coin now, too. Aha. There it is. The last one. Now what the fuck do I do? This reminds me of LSD Dream Simulator back on the PS1. Oh, a door now. The door is open. Cheems will live forever. Can I pet that dog? The fuck? Is that a candle? So before the ritual, I should place all the stuff I have in the circle. Huh. Cross. Everything is placed. What should I even say? That useless man just disappeared on me. Sent you a link to the Lupin Red mod. Alright, I'll take a look at it. Okay, here goes nothing. Parika, Perilala, Purina, Pepperudo. Just wait for the rocks to go. I don't like whatever the fuck that is in the background, though. Is that Bunny Jesus? Oh, I think he's actually legit just going to crush me. Okay. Oh. Hello? Earth to Umi? Seems like the rental man is not here yet. Might as well unpack what we can. Oh, never mind. The door's open. Could you go check? I don't think we should go inside the house. Is that it? 32-bit jam. Okay, so like it's a game jam game. Okay, that makes more sense of why it's so short. I was like, what? Why is this? Huh. I mean, for what that is, that's not bad. But like, huh? And considering it's free, it's also not that bad. Let me check something. It's free, it's fine. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about it. It's free, and it's a game jam game. Like, I was hoping for something a little bit longer, but... Huh. I'm only missing 2 achievements for this game, and one of them is literally just beat the game in less than 10 minutes. 12 out of 10 straight. Yeah, well, apparently you can beat it in 10 minutes. Okay. So, what now? That's a good question. Speedrun time. I guess I'll give it a quick run to see if I can do that in 10 minutes real quick, and then we'll just go from there. If I beat it super duper fast, or if I don't beat it super duper fast, we'll give it one more run. And then past that, I guess we'll play some... We'll play something. We might play some Sonic Crossworlds. The maze at the end is going to be the problem. Cross. Chair. Cross. Candles. Candle, because that makes sense for a candle to be there. Scary dude. Which we get no explanation on scary dude whatsoever. Necklace. Key. No, thank you. Angry Man. AKA we found Jesus. Door. Hi, guy. Did you eat my message just now? I just now got this. This is the first thing I've seen from you since... I guess since you got here. But also, hi, Kami. Why would YouTube eat your message? I did end it there. A joke about getting back in the van and pretty much flooring it to get 10-minute achievement. Maybe something came off wrong. I don't know. Maybe it's the van comment. Because right now Fortnite's going through it, man. They have like the fucking grabber from Black Phone and Black Phone 2 in the game. And one of his emotes is literally like him in his van. And it comes off kind of wrong. Like, I'm kind of surprised they put him in Fortnite. I'm more surprised they put him in Fortnite than them putting Art the Clown in it, which I was already kind of like iffy on the fact that Art the Clown is in Fortnite at all. Unfortunately, I have to go soon. I'm sorry. I hope your day's been going good, though, Void Raptor. I hope you have a good night at work tonight. Can we get some more hearts to chat for Void Raptor? I'm sorry, I'm like distracted, and I should not be distracted. Wait, that's no normal Animal Crossing, right? We've already hit the 10-minute mark. I've had a day. If you got time, what's up? If you got a little bit of time before you gotta go, what's up? Already been this way. been down here because this is us. Dealing with idiots all day, that's all. Hey, wait. You donated again? Why didn't I get an alert for that? Alright, I'm in the process of building new alerts. That's like gotta be the first thing that I get completed, because I did not get an alert for that. We need way more hearts in the chat. Lord help me. Distracted or not, it's not good for me to miss shit like that. I don't care how distracted I get. That's not right, nor is it nice. There it is. Daniel Sundog? Wait, what? The sticker. I didn't know his name was Daniel. Oh, wait. I get it. Sorry. And this time, we don't even get to see our death. I mean, are you listening? Oh, we got in the car this time! I said the seaside fog is getting denser, did you see? We're almost there. The end. Karate Kid. Yeah. It took me a second. I understood. I got it. So, I didn't get the trophy, but apparently we got a different ending, because apparently we did it better this time? Are there more endings? The fuck? Cloud 2 Barada. Are there multiple endings to this? Apparently there is at least one more ending. But I'll have to beat it fast. Okay. On that note, I must now head out. Well, I hope you have a wonderful night, man. I'm planning on doing a rival stream soon. So I need to get with you on your scheduling for that soon. Find a rental guy. What's up, spooky dude? I'm going for the record. Wait, we have 28 peeps here? What the hell's going on? Yo, hey, what's up? Hi! I didn't think this many people would show up for this game. Now I'm trying to speedrun it to see if I can get, like, the last ending for it. Which this is going to be the hard part, is the maze. But hi, how's it going? What's 31 cat? What is going on? Why are so many people here excited for this little game? What have I missed? What do I not know? Another cross. One left. Beep, beep, beep. But hi, everyone. Dead end? But I hope you're all well. Yeah, that's a dead end. This may be a sign to bring back New Horizons streams. I mean, I have thought about it, but all I do in New Horizons is make clothes. It's like the only entertaining thing I do is I just make a lot of clothes, and then I build a lot of Halloween stuff, and I talk about Halloween stuff all year round in Animal Crossing. There's the last one. And the door opens up. All right, I got the 10 minutes, and I got the additional. I've got everything unlocked. I mean, if you're got, I mean, yeah, I mean, maybe. But Lord, it's been so long. But the ending's the same on this one. Is there anything else during the credits? Because we had like the one spooky thing show up. It's obvious what happens. Because if you look at our character at the end of the game, we still have the necklace. And the bunny dude shows up. What the fuck is the bunny dude there for? What is going on? I feel like there's something here that I'm missing. It's like there's so much. I've touched everything in the house. There's even an achievement for touching everything in the house. So I've touched everything in the house. I've talked to everybody. I've beaten in less than 10 minutes. I have the game 100%ed now. Huh. It's one of the rare times I have absolutely every achievement, because I don't jump through every hoop for that. But this one was fast. I was like, you know what? Screw it. We can do it. There might only be 2 endings. That makes me wonder if there's more to it. Like, I feel like there's a lot here that should be here. I want to know more. Cause that was cute. That was fun. Don't get me wrong. That was cute. That was fun. Like I enjoyed this, but like, there feels like there should be a lot more here. I have a lot of questions. Like a ton of questions right now. Ugh. I have a ton of questions. Not enough answers to my questions. Huh. But hi everyone, how are you? I hope you're well. To the peeps that are lurking, I hope you're having a good night. Lord, there are a lot of you guys here. What's up? Jeebus. Well, we beat this. Sometimes things are just what they are. I mean, true. Even if we want more. I mean, that's true, but Lord. And how's it going, MT? Well, see, my immediate thought process is, like, if we have so many people here, they must think there's something else here, too. Like, I'm assuming that's it. Like, I'll probably think there's something else here, too. Or you're here to, like, watch me just, like, come unglued as I try to figure out why there's so many things unanswered. Just got done studying for the night. Oh, what you studying for? Because, like, I think it's one of the fastest times I've beaten a game, and I've beaten some of these games, like, super fast. Calculus is Lord, you're talking like the bane of my existence. I'm so bad with calculus. I'm so bad at math in general. That's why I was so irritated with last night's stream, is because everything required me to do math, and I'm not good at math. Do not make me math. But it's just trippy. It's trippy. Confident that I can pass it as is, but I want to go for a higher grade. Math is my strong suit. I say absolutely go for it. If you have the opportunity to get a better grade, go for it. Math is so evil. That's why I always ask my boyfriend to do it for me. Well, see, both Mizu and I both don't like math, so, like, it's just like, whichever one of us having to do math that day is irritable about it. The bigger difference between Mizu and I, though, when it comes to math, Mizu does, like, math on a calculator, like, super fast. I do math easier on pen and paper because I have to see it. I have a question I posted earlier. How do streamers achieve streams such as a cheer plays a game? It's not a question, but I'm just curious. Okay, so, like, it kind of depends on the streamer, and it depends on, like, the context. Like, if it's a cheer plays a stream, because, like, don't get me wrong, I've been asking the same question lately. I was scrolling through, I was doom scrolling earlier today while waiting to be able to get Mizu, because I was having to wait for her to get done with her shift. As I'm doom scrolling through my phone, I find a pair of streamers that are, like, decked out in, like, 2000s, like, emo style clothes, like looks like Hot Topic threw up all over them. They look like your classic scene kids kind of type deal. And it's a guy and a girl, and the girl's just saying "ooh-woo" over and over and over and over and over, and that's all they're saying, and they have like 700 people watching them, and they have like over 200,000 subscribers. And like, look, man, like I don't like give any shade for anybody doing their thing, but I look at something that's like, how is that make, how, was it on, no, it was on YouTube. It was on YouTube. It's on the YouTube, like, shorts streaming. And that's part of why I don't stream to YouTube shorts. Like, I have stuff set up to be able to stream on YouTube shorts. But, like, I scroll through YouTube shorts and I run into lives all the time. And none of them ever really make sense for me. Like, they like... Okay, look. Like, I don't want to be the snob. I don't want to be the snob. I don't want to be the boomer. But I'm about to be both. Like, look, I know that this is not the prettiest, best quality there is out there. There are far better quality streamers than I am. But, like, I take a lot of pride in my quality. For what I could do, for what I could afford to make, and I constantly upgrade and do stuff. And then I'll see something that I come across like that. There's nothing put into it. There's no real lighting put into it. The microphone's horrible. And, like, I just, like... It trips me out. It's weird. It's weird. It's weird that it does so well. I don't understand how. I've seen several streams like this. There's also ones that are like if you insult me, get a ban. These persons never get banned. They put up the farm engagement so people will say whatever the word is that might get them banned, and it's usually an insult towards the person, being their weight or how their voice sounds or something. And like I'd never understand this. The game chair plays Boogie's Bunker. Was it like literally like a game chair? Was the game being played? Or was it just like footage of their chair just like sitting in front of a camera and nothing happening? So the game's getting played and it's a camera of like a chair and like all you see is a fucking chair. Because if that's the case, I know how to do that easy. Like doing something like that is like, if they've got like camera footage on the chair and the chair's not moving but the game's getting played, I know exactly how to do that. That's easy. That's like super easy. I mean, there's one that still like trips me out that like I want to know how it's done. But if it's just like the chair's just sitting there and the game's getting played but you don't see anything happen, what they've done is they've recorded footage of the chair for they've recorded like footage of the chair just sitting there for hours on end, and that's playing on a camera loop in their background. So they've recorded the chair and they've just got it playing as video footage where the camera section would be, where this section would be on the stream. And they can even, like, the genius part about that is you can even have it where, like, say you need the chair to react. You can actually have it where you've had, like, the chair move, or you can have, like, the chair, like, shake or something like this, and just have it set up to a button toggle. To where all you gotta do is push the button, and the chair reacts. And as long as you have something like in the reaction portion of the footage that puts the chair back into like its neutral state to where it's not super noticeable, no one will ever notice the difference that like the chair moved during that. There are people that go through great lengths for stuff like that. The one that really gets me is there's a guy who is literally, he's a Muppet. Like it's not Arlo. I know everyone thinks it's Arlo whenever I mention this guy. No, it's an orange Muppet, and the Muppet is playing video games. And like, it's just a Muppet. And it's playing video games, but it's also responding and reacting to everybody in real time. The only thing I can think of is they've got one guy who's actually playing the game, and they've got one guy, like, it's got to be a two-man operation, where one person is playing the game, the other person is operating the Muppet. And that's how it's working, because, like, you'll see, like, the Muppet hands move, and they can't even fucking, like, hit the entirety of the mouse or the keyboard buttons that it's aiming for. So it doesn't have, like, a Muppet head with like someone like controlling it with real fingies. No, it's really weird. It's really trippy to me. That's what like I want the behind the scenes for, because the only thing I can think of is that they've got two people running that shit at the same time, which is possible. It's very possible. Or they could have pre-recorded game footage. That could also be a thing. It's pre-recorded game footage, and they're responding to you in real time. But the reason why I don't think it's that is because I've watched them play shit like Call of Duty, and like they're playing in live lobby matches, and occasionally they're even playing with their viewers. So like that gimmick right there, like just blew my mind. That's one of the few times, and they were in a shorts stream. That's one of the few times I sat and I watched that for like hours, just taking my brain into all sorts of different avenues of trying to figure out exactly how the hell they managed that. Because to me, that was cool. I know to everybody else that probably sounds silly, but to me, that was cool because they could do that. That takes some doing. That takes some thought. That takes some setup. You know? It takes a lot of it. So I was like, huh. Well, go you. So no, does that answer your question, or? Because like for stuff like that, like I like when people get creative like that. The stream could look like complete balls, but like if they got creative, they got like some kind of weird kind of hook, they're going to get my attention. I'm going to be that guy that's going to sit there for too fucking long and watch that shit, because I love weird shit like that. But I still feel like I get more of like the entertainment value on it versus like watching someone just say ooh woo for hours on end. I don't get the appeal of that. Like, I don't. And that could just be that I'm old, because like I'll be the first person to tell you, I have no right to judge anybody on content they make. Like, I don't. Like, they can make the weirdest shit they want to, they can do the weirdest shit, they can do weird, bizarre, off the wall, whatever kind of stuff. As long as it's all on board, as long as it's not like, you know, like not creepy shit or like illegal shit, you know, that kind of stuff. Like, I have no room to like judge anybody on the content they make. It answers it. I'm looking at the game, gone through every video of Boofy's bunker from the time span before the stream happened. It's not pre-recorded footage. The chair's not, or the game's not? Some of the game's not. But yeah, no. So like, yeah, like there's all sorts of crazy stuff you can do, and with programs like StreamerBot, which is what game's not pre-recorded. Yeah. So okay, yeah, that sounds about like what I was discussing. It's like with programs like StreamerBot, there's a million things you can do. Like right now, like I'm in the process of building my new alert system through StreamerBot, and I'm also in the process of in that alert system building a raid button through it. Because I missed my raid button. So I'm going through and like modifying stuff for that. There are still more people showing up. Like to everybody who's here, I have beat the game. I'm sorry. I'm just ranting and rambling now about streaming and content in general. Like, I'm working right now on building something that like it makes different events occur that are like full screen, like interactive kind of things. For when we get a donation, when we get a subscriber, when we get a new member, when we get a new follower, when we get even when we get certain amounts. Like I got one, like I know Fuzzy's not here right now, but I've got one specifically for Fuzzy that's just I'm helping that I'm working on. And like it's not hard to set up once I have the idea solidified of what I want to do. It's just figure out exactly what I want to do. It's beat and it's only 12. Oh my god, right? Can't Google the amount of endings. Yeah, it's only got like 2 apparently. I thought it was Shaman who looked it up. But yeah, no, so like... But I'm trying to make them where they're on, like, that they're in like the kind of spooky coffee theming. And that's where I'm catching my hiccup, is like making that work in a way that I'm happy with. And that's the whole thing. I guess it's going to be like kind of like a chat and chill event for a minute while I'm talking about all this stuff. Because right now, what I'm working on and trying to get finished, can't confirm, it's 2 endings. Gotcha. I'm working on new alerts across the board. Twitch and YouTube are both getting a facelift. I'm also technically everything's kind of getting a facelift right now. I've been working on this since August before the move, where we're getting the new alerts, because I have like the very simplified alerts, but I now have a problem with them. They're not alerting when they should, so I'm just going to handle them all in StreamerBot, because with that I can fully control what I can and cannot hear. But we're getting, I'm working with a couple peeps. We're redoing the avatars for the channel. We're redoing the channel art for YouTube. And at the same time, I'm going to be doing the same thing for Twitch. I'm working on finally getting the scheduling put together. We're still trying to figure out the schedule, because I'm supposed to start at 9:30. That's the aim, is to start at 9:30. But I'm having to also work around that while also working around, well, right now, partially I'm working around getting stuff squared away for the wedding, but also, like, I'm working around with Mizu's schedule, because Mizu's schedule is very chaotic right now. So, like, I'm having to get her picked up and get everything squared away so I can get everything done. And what I need to do, I know what I need to do to make that where that works easier. Did the heart thing not even play? Why did that not play? Maybe I have to be over here for that to play the way I want to do? Did okay. Making sure, because I didn't get the audio cue for it. We're going to be working on that. The audio cues thing is the thing I need to be working on for a lot of stuff. Is because like I'm missing alerts. I'm missing shit getting played. I'm missing shit happening. So that's like one of the really big things I'm going to be working on is making sure I can hear everything. But the other thing is like working on the schedule. And I know a way to fix the schedule. I just need to be making shit like a week out in advance. But the problem is I keep changing. Like I don't have a solid schedule of what games I'm playing. I need to start locking that down. I need to like be like, okay, it's guaranteed playing this and this and this and this and this. All 5 days in a row. I need to like have that out like a week in advance. And I need to lock that in stone a week in advance. I can admit on that's on me. That's been my issue that I need to actually get past and overcome. It's like there's no other outside afflicting factor other than just forcing myself to make that done and cementing decisions instead of being kind of wishy-washy on what's getting played. Because I shift games around a lot. No, I need to do it for Friday too. I need to be contacting you like the Saturday after we beat a game or end a stream. I need to be like, hey, what do we want to do next week? And need to have like an idea of that by Sunday. Because usually you're not hard to figure out a game with. It's me who's usually indecisive. So no, even that's on me. Even that one's on me. I need to have that too. So no. So like, I gotta start figuring that stuff out and getting that stuff out in advance. Because for one, that'll let people know what's coming so they know what they want to see. I can put it up on Twitch. Panda, what game? Me? I don't know. What you want to do? I don't know! Yeah, that's it. That's how that conversation goes every week. It's the Thursday before. It's like, what do you want to play tomorrow? I don't know. What do you want to play tomorrow? I don't know. I asked you. And we forget about it. We come back to it the next day on Friday when we already need the game locked in. Panda, what are we playing? I don't know. What do you want to do? We did this yesterday. And then we just, and on those days, a lot of times we default back to either Fortnite or Dead by Daylight because those are two games we know that we both have that we can easily play and that we can like either play by ourselves or play with peeps and kind of just go from there. Lord help me. I need to lock that down, and I need to lock Saturdays down. I need to fix all the shit with Streamloots, because, like, I've been having issues with Streamloots. I don't know why I'm having issues with Streamloots. I think what I need to do for the Streamloots issue is just rebuild the Streamloots scene that's playing out. I think that's what's causing the hiccup. Because I've done everything else I can for it, except for completely, like, rebuild it. It doesn't take that long to rebuild it. It's just irritating. What about What the Fog? Haven't seen that since the last time you and Panda played it. The reason why we only played What the Fog once is there's just not a lot to do in it. We only played it once because there's not a lot to do in it, and two, like, it flopped. Nobody wanted to watch that for very long. Which I don't blame anybody for not wanting to watch that for very long, because if I were to go and watch somebody else stream it, I also would not watch it for very long. It's no offense to the streamers, just the game's just... I always like to tout about the fact that, like, most games find a way to be repetitive, but repetition in games is usually where you get your core gaming loot from. But when you're streaming a game, repetition in a game can get real monotonous for you and your viewers really fast. I have an adventure tomorrow. I get to buy an alternator for hubby's car. Oh, that sounds like an adventure. That sounds like a horrific adventure. Like, even with this week, I told everybody last week what we were playing. I told everybody last week what we were playing, which was going to be Pumpkin Patch Game, Rental, Look Outside, Buy Sweet Carol. These were the games that were on the docket, and I didn't even have them locked down in an order of when they're getting played. Having Buy Sweet Carol kind of on the up and down list, because I actually haven't acquired that one yet. It was one I meant to, but with setting aside everything for the wedding, I still haven't grabbed that one yet. I'm one of a few people who enjoyed it, but that's just me. And it's not a bad game. It's fun, and it's fun to play on your own. But like watching it, I can see where the repetition comes in. Where's the magic 8-ball when you need it? Okay, so this is gonna sound really dumb. This is gonna sound really, really dumb, and y'all can judge me on this one. I don't care. A lot of times when I back when I used to be on top of my game for this all the time, which is what I'm having to readjust to. I'm having to readjust to one, having time to do stuff, because now that I have time to do stuff, it's figuring out what the fuck to do. Because I have decision paralysis real bad, because there are so many things that I need to do that figuring out what fucking order to tackle it in is overwhelming. And it's just because I've gone so long without being able to tackle shit that now that I can, I wind up locking myself out of shit. And I need to get my ass in gear and get over that. But what I used to do when I had those moments, and y'all can judge me, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. What I would do would be I'd pull out a tarot deck and just do a tarot read to be okay, what direction do I want to swing first? I'm not using it to tell the future or to this, that, and the other, but just to help make a fucking decision. Throw out the cards, see what they do, and see where they lead. I used to do that all the time, and it helped me stay in a kind of a good tasking order. For the first time ever, I just broke out a tarot deck. For the first time since I've been here. For the first time in months, I've pulled out a tarot deck. And I still haven't even done a read from it. I pulled out the Amy Rose deck, and I've just been, I've been shuffling it. But I haven't, actually done a read from it. And I need to get myself back in that routine for when I can't figure shit out. Because, I know that sounds dumb and that sounds silly. And you know what? Valid. But for me, it works. So fuck it. We do it anyway. I thought it was silly the first time I ever did it. I think it's silly every time I do it. But fuck. If it works, works. But yeah, I haven't done a tarot read since I've been in this house. I haven't done a tarot read since June, July, somewhere around there. It's been a while. Impromptu chat read? Lord, I'm so rusty. I don't know how that would go. A little bit of card ASMR. Float your boat, why not do it? Well, see, I used to not only do them for myself, but I used to do them on stream all the time because I had cards to play them and this, that, and the other. Used to do them all the time. People would dread when certain decks came out. Cause I've done reads for Panda on and off stream. I've done reads for whole chat on and off stream. I've done reads for Ant. Done reads for Dude. Oh, we can't do Cross Worlds tonight. They got maintenance. Damn. I'll see about cutting that on for a little bit. I'm seeing the nurse practitioner tomorrow because I have a doctor's appointment. My doctor retired. Oh. So they'll be Zombie, do a thing for me, please. Yeah, and I say I've gotten Panda's come to me directly. I've had Panda come to me directly. Hell, I've had Joel come to me directly. I've had lots of people come to me directly and ask for a tarot read. I still think that's wild that people want me to do that for them, because I do it for myself all the time, but I just don't. Oh Lord, the shadows. Flashbacks. What do you mean? Which, Ants, you never told me how your last one went. Like, I never got an update on how that went. Shadow deck. You mean the Nightmare deck? Because I did the Amy deck. The Amy deck was the one I did for you. Let's see, I've got the Amy deck. Which is this one. I've got the Night for Christmas deck. This is the one that, like, every time I pull it out, because, like, I have two of this deck. I pull out this one specifically, the one that's got, like, the stuff rubbed off on the box. Like, people get real nervous about that one, because that one reads people to filth. I've got the Horror Tarot, which I don't think I've ever used this one on stream. Or I don't remember the last reading in Yes, Your Nightmare deck. Diamond's Sky is very slow building. Wait, what? Speaking of good multiplayer games, Diamond's Sky is on sale. I'm not sure how it would go on stream, though. See, for me, builder games don't do well. Because, like, I'm too ADHD for those games. So, like, they don't do well on here because, like, I personally don't do well with them. I get either bored or I hyperfixate to such an extent where I can't talk anymore. Got the Fallout deck, which I think I've only used that once. I'm not a fan of that one. I was gifted the Anime Tarot. I like the artwork in that one, but it's hit and miss. Got the Halloween Oracle. I've got this one, which is another one that was gifted to me. I have the Night for Christmas Pop Figure Edition. Cleaning games just to turn into chaos. Please don't. Oh my God, pad it up. Do not jack off the card. Lord. Also, I do not have carpal tunnel. I don't feel pain in my wrist anymore. Well, that's good. Also, Alanna! Hello! I have one of my favorites for art-wise, which is the Manga Tarot. I actually got this one at MomoCon. When Mizu and I went to MomoCon, like, I got this and, like, this one person was, like, going around, like, doing, like, trades with vendors and whatnot, and Mizu got me this one in a trade, which is the Arcanus Animal Tarot. Not used that one yet. It's cute, though. Got this one. I've only used this one on stream once. This is the Halloween Tarot. I don't even have a proper box for this one. But it's got, like, old school, like, 80s and 90s style art for the Halloween decks. Should go to MomoCon one of these years. MomoCon's a lot of fun. MomoCon's a lot of fun. We're going to AWA in December, which is also in Atlanta. And then I've got this deck. Now I've not done a public read with this one because I'm still learning this deck, but I have done a tarot read or two. I've done a few tarot reads for myself for this one. I really like this one. I got it for, like, next to nothing, and this is probably, like, I lucked out and got it myself for next to nothing, but a lot of times, like, this deck's very expensive. I'll put stuff away so I can actually show this one off because it's fucking huge. So I got this one, and I wanted to do a stream with this one specifically because of what it is. Because we have this. The Fable Makers animated tarot set. This shit's wild. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'll show you a thing. Lord help me. So you pull this one out, and this one's got, like, lots of shit. Come on. For one, Comes with a big ass book. Then comes with this box right here, inside a box. Animated tarot. Oh yeah, we're gonna get to that. Then it comes with another book. This is a quick reference guide. Now see, this tarot deck is not only meant to be a tarot deck, but it's also meant to be used not only for tarot reads, but also for D&D. And to make it a little more whimsical for you and your players, they gave this thing something neat. Okay, so this is the back of the tarot deck. Really nice. Really nice. But the real trick to this, the cards are super thick. Now, why is this super thick? Because the cards are lenticular. So as you pull them, when you pull them from the deck and you pull them to read them, they move as you pull them. They're really nice. I don't have a Star Wars deck. It's because I don't think they make one yet. Because I've looked. Like, I haven't even seen one on Etsy, because Etsy, like, is where a lot of people get decks when they can't find, like, an official. There are people that have, like, turned, like, Star Wars characters into, like, the major arcana. But I've not seen, like, an actual full-blown, like, Star Wars deck. I've looked for a long time. Hell, pulled it up right now. Still not finding it. Because I would definitely get that. Here's one on Etsy. I found one on Etsy. But whenever you click it, it never actually pulls it up. It always takes you somewhere else. What surprises me about it not existing is because Disney works with Insight Editions, whom of which makes all the cookbooks I like, which has made all the Star Wars cookbooks that I like. They also make the same tarot decks I like to buy. It's where the Amy deck comes from. It's where the Fallout deck comes from. The Night for Christmas one. So on and so forth. Like, usually, like, if they get a cookbook, they're also getting a tarot deck. You know, it's like that kind of type deal. So, like, the fact that I haven't run across that yet trips me out. And see, like, the coolest thing about this animated one is even the minor arcana is animated. Like, the whole thing is animated. The whole damn deck. Only issue I have with this deck is, like... Okay, so that's the size of the Amy deck. The Amy deck's pretty thick. It's made out of thick cardstock. That's the size of the Amy deck, right? And then we have... like, the Halloween deck. That's the size of the Halloween deck, right? Then you have the entirety of the fucking animated deck. So for, like, comparison. That's a side-by-side comparison. They have the exact same number of cards in them. That's how much bigger this one is. So that's my only, like, real issue with this deck, is it's fucking massive and is a pain in the ass to shuffle. And because it's lenticular, they even, like, give, like, a specified way that you probably should shuffle it to avoid damage to the deck. But this is honestly one of my favorites that I own. I was actually suggested this one by my brother, and he caught it when it went on sale, and he sent it to me. He's like, "You're never going to see it this price again. The deck's selling out really fast. Go get it while you can." And I basically got this deck for the price of the base version of the deck, I got the collector's edition that came with like the fancy book, fancy box, and all this, that, and the other. So like, which basically means I got it for damn near half the price. But like, with a tarot deck, when I usually shuffle a deck, I shuffle a tarot deck, it's like, yeet. You know, just easy, simple shuffle. And then overhanded shuffles. And then like, I can do all that with most of these. This one's a little bit thicker than, like, my favorite decks I like to use. So it's a little bit harder to do, like, an air bridge. Air bridging this shit ain't happening. Lord of the Rings deck might also work. I think they do have a Lord of the Rings tarot deck. What really trips me out, there's no Star Wars one, but there's a Star Trek one. I found Star Trek ones. And for Christmas this last year, I bought my mom a Buffy the Vampire Slayer one. And Mizu, I bought a Alice in Wonderland themed one, and then I also bought her a Supernatural. But yeah, no, so like, yeah, this doesn't get like the full power shuffle. Like I have to like shuffle this in parts a lot of the time. And then like, as you can hear, like if I shuffle this with a bridge, simple, nice, sounds like any other set of cards you would shuffle with a bridge. This one makes me nervous when I shuffle it with a bridge because, like, listen, this is me shuffle. This is me bridging half the deck. I've cut it in half, so this is technically, each one of these is 1/4 of the deck. When you go for the bridge, you hear that riffle, and it doesn't make it all the way in because they're lenticular. So yeah, you won't bridge shuffle these. You really should not bridge shuffle these. I just did that for like demonstration purposes. And I also know what would cause it to damage, so I didn't go super far into the bridge shuffle with it. So yeah, no, we don't bridge shuffle this one. That's a scary card sound, right? Like that's not a sound you want to hear. Like that's one like just like nope, nah. This one though is still probably my favorite deck that I own. This is still like the one that I use the most. This one's beat to hell and back. Like you can tell it's seen its years of love. To kind of like extend its longevity because like the edges were starting to wear. I've even like given it like a purple tinge around the outside because this used to be all white around the outside. But like this one is like just like smooth as silk, just like. That's still the favorite. That one's nice. I love this one so much, I bought a replacement for it in case something happens, and I got mad when I bought the replacement for it, because I took a look at it, and... There it is. I have a replacement for it in case anything ever goes awry with it. And apparently, the new ones are made. They reprinted this, and when they did, they reprinted it with a slightly thicker cardstock. So it's taking twice as long to try to break it in. So I got a Discord mod in trouble for being condescending. Well, I mean, it sucks that they got in trouble, but at the same time, they don't need to be condescending. That's rude. But yeah, so no, I don't have a problem. I'm always looking for like new and interesting tarot decks. I mean, I haven't gone like on the hunt for a new tarot deck in a while. But yeah, no, so like, it's not often I buy like an extra of a tarot deck. I kind of sit there and say, well, once it's run its course, it's run its course. But this one's always been like the easiest one for like, I see the card, immediately know what the card means, and like I like knowing that right off rip without having to think about it or like super heavily consult the book. I might look at the book for a second and then like, bam, we're done. But yeah, no, so I haven't done like an actual full read in forever. All I've done is like, I've done a couple of like shuffles and riffles with it, and that's about it. I need to like dive back into doing that because for one, it helped me kind of like, it helped me in decision making. Because like it'd give, like I would read out the cards, and then with the cards I could usually determine pros and cons to each thing I was going to play. It's like, do they have any real bearing on stuff? No. But for me, they were a great help. And at the end of the day, that's what matters. For a little while there, that was how I was... So this is going to sound dumb, but for a little while there... Wait, if there's a Fallout deck, is there an Elder Scrolls deck? Yes, there is an Elder Scrolls deck as well. For a while there, that's how I was making extra income, as people were coming to me asking me to do tarot reads for them. And I was like, you know, I can do that. And then, like, I wouldn't even be... I like, if it was a friend somebody, I wouldn't even be like, yo, you need to pay me for this, da-da-da. But, like, people would pay me to, like, do tarot reads. Which was always appreciated. You're the only streamer I've met that uses tarot cards. I haven't seen anyone else use them. I know over on Twitch they have like an entire community dedicated to it. Like they have entire like communities dedicated to it. When it comes to over here on YouTube, it's kind of hit and miss. To see, I'm iffy when it comes to like watching tarot readers and listening to tarot readers and stuff like that. Yet again, no shade to anybody, because like, yet again, I use mine for my own purposes, so I understand. But like, some people, like, they get like hyper serious in their stuff, and pretty much like let their lives be ruled by the cards. And I can't do that. I can't. And I know there's lots of people out there that do. For some people, it's fine, but like, I'm just like, It's like, I like to view, like, a lot of people view tarot cards as like, it's telling the future and it's reading what's going to happen. And if you read it, you might be able to do the thing here or there to change outcomes or this, that, and the other. For me, I use them more of a way of unlocking your questions. You have a question, you have something that's bothering you. You have something you want to know. Don't get me wrong, I do have some weird spiritual beliefs on tarot in and of itself, but like for the most part, when it comes down to it, it's a way to better ask yourself a question. You ask yourself a question, then do a read. Then run your question versus the cards and the spread you decide to run it by, and then see if you can make that make better sense. And that's usually what I use it for. Now, don't get me wrong, I've also used it because like I need like guidance of what's coming, but I don't put anywhere near as much stake in it as I do just using it as a helping tool. As a helping tool for like breaking open your question into a better way, into a better light. Something that's weighing on your mind, you can use it to kind of like pick at that a little bit more. But then there's people that's like, oh, you need to read this. You need to do this tarot read. And you go, wham, wham, wham. Oh, look out. You pulled this, so you're going to find love today, but make sure you do this and this and this. Make sure you find that love today, or you're going to do this, and you're going to get money today, and da-da-da. Like that kind of stuff, like, no. Like, I've used it for more like, okay, so like, I'm playing X, Y, and Z games here. And here are the things for them that I've currently got, but they're too close to each other to know where I need to go next. So what do? And I'll pull the cards and run the cards versus the question. And it'll be like, oh, well, running this, you obviously saw this, and you running this, you saw this, running this, you saw this. Da-da-da. Okay, so then what happens if I proceed with option X, option Y, option Z? Pull cards for each option. After I pull the cards for each option, I start running through what the card means, and then I run that versus what my actual question is. What am I not asking properly of this? And it usually helps me spot holes into what I've missed that day. We used to do them all the time, so we used to get requested for them all the time, but requests kind of died down after I moved because it was more difficult to do them. I now have space to do that. Well, I don't now that I've covered my entire desk in fucking tarot cards. And it's weird for me, like, to fully explain, like, how I use them for myself in a lot of ways. Because, like, at the same time, like, there are moments where I do take stake in it. And when I do, like, I'm like, well, da-da-da. I have my reasons for doing so. I've had shit called too heavily. As Anth pointed out with the Nightmare deck, the Nightmare deck is the one that, like, if we pull that out, we're actually reading for something serious. And we're careful with that one, because that one calls shit in weird ways. It'll read you to filth, it reads people pretty accurately in a lot of cases, which is really kind of weird. And then, like, it has a pretty heavy success rate on what it calls out coming to pass somehow. I've got to admit, the reason why I haven't done a serious tarot read though in a long time, because, like, I did get asked that by a friend of mine a while back, and I didn't give them an answer. But I guess I can give them an answer now. They'll catch it on rewatch later. The last major read I did right before my dad died. And when I did the read, it called a lot of shit a little too accurately for my liking. Right down to I was going to lose somebody. Now, I ran this read by my mom and everybody else in the family that takes more stake in this than I do. Because my cards seem to play more accurately than theirs a lot of the time. So if I read something, they usually want to know. And I ran that by them. It's like, this can't be right. Like, this is just me being paranoid. This is just me being weird. Da-da-da. And after I ran it by everybody ran through it. We read through it. We looked at it all. And, it's a bad read. It's not a bad read as it's not right. It's a bad read as in whether we believe in shit or not, we may want to pay more attention. And what we all thought was that it was going to be my grandmother. We all thought it was going to be my grandmother. Because, like, cards never give me a time frame. I never have a time frame. Even if I ask for one, I don't have a time frame. So I usually don't ask for one. I didn't ask for one this time. It gave me a time frame. It was like, you have about 3 or 4 days. So everyone kind of started prepping in case it might be grandma. If it's wrong, awesome. It's wrong, and everyone's still okay. Just being paranoid. If it's right, we're prepared. No one was prepared for it to be right. Because it wasn't grandma, it was my dad. Ever since then, I've done very small reads. I haven't done a lot of them at all. Like, I've done like 4 or 5 reads for my mom. I've done 2 or 3 reads for a couple of friends. I've done like 2 or 3 reads for myself. And each one is something small. The only big one I did is I did a read off of the Amy Rose deck for Anth because they were asking about something with their job. Because we did that on stream the day I got that. And that's the last big read I did. And the only reason why I did the big read for Anth was because Anth's question didn't involve anybody but themselves and their job. I was like, how bad can that go? Knock on wood. So just seeing this as a typo in a DVD video, and now I want a Metallica collection DVD. That would be amazing! Losing a dad is really hard. Me and my dad had a very up and down, rocky relationship, but I loved my dad. And my dad was kind of a roller coaster ride when it came to support. Like, he supported a lot of stuff we did here. He'd have some times where he didn't. He had a lot of times where he did. My dad was here on the channel so much that, like, he had a name around here. Everyone knew him. Dad was Undad. Instead of undead, he was Undad. For the update on the read, I'm still employed there. I mean, it said you should still be employed there. Just anything good happened there, because it said something good was supposed to happen there. I can't remember the exact read. I have to go back into my notes, because I wrote down the notes for it afterward, because I always write down notes for that. I have to read through it. But anything good come of it. I'm assuming at least the one good came of it. You're still employed there, but yeah, no, like, Dad was supportive of this, of streaming. He was on the channel a lot. He was a big part of the community. Fuck, he modded for a lot of other peeps' channels. He didn't mod here because I don't let family usually moderate for me. Shaman's my exception. He's not blood related, but he's as family as you get. But yeah, no, it kind of scared me off from it for a while, because it's like, there's a rule when it comes to tarot reading, whether you believe in it or not. There's one simple rule, and I broke that rule. You never ask a question that you don't want the answer to. You don't ask a question you don't want the answer to. You don't ask a question where the answer could lead to something you just don't want to know. For a lot of people, it's like, you don't ask the deck about death. You don't ask the deck about death, your life, like if you're going to die soon or anything like that. These are things you don't ask about. But it comes down to the broader sense of, if you don't want to know, don't ask it. Because if it reads it right, well, you got what you asked for, whether you wanted it or not. If it reads it wrong, you'll still ask the fucking question again out of paranoia. So don't ever ask a question you don't want to know the answer to. But we were having a rough time with my grandmother, so I just asked for a future update. I was like, what is coming? Because I had like this feeling of impending doom and impending dread. And that's not a psychic feeling. We'd had problems with my grandmother, so I was paranoid and worried about my grandmother. I had impending doom syndrome of something was going to go wrong with her. So I broke down and I asked the deck a question that I didn't want the answer to. And I got the answer. And it just wasn't the answer I expected. So yeah, that's some food for thought if you ever do tarot reading for yourself. Or if you ever go to a tarot reader, do not ask the deck a question you don't want an answer to. And if you go to somebody else, any tarot reader worth their salt will not read for certain things anyway. But yeah, what else got me with that one is that wasn't the first time that specific deck had made a prediction like that and been accurate. But that was the biggest one. So we stopped asking after that. We stopped asking big questions after that. And the reason why I think about that kind of shit right now is because it's Halloween. This was Dad's favorite time of the year. This was like, my dad lived for this holiday. Like, this was, like, the holiday. It's a damn good reason, right? It's like, ugh. I do need to get back into it, though, just for, like, helping my brain along here and there, because it does help me think more. But yeah, that's why. Don't do that. But yeah, no, this was Dad's time of the year. This was, like, my dad lived for this. And this was always the time of year where me and my dad got along the best. We had the least amount of problems during Halloween. During the entire month of October, we were thick as thieves. Like, that was it. It's like we're watching. He's coming over to the house either before stream or after stream to watch horror movies and to hang out and to have fun and do all this, that, and the other. We're talking about, like, haunted houses. We're talking about going to Spirit Halloween, and we're talking about driving around town and seeing all the cool houses that can do stuff that we can't afford to do, so they can afford to do it better, so we go look at them. I always ask for a general read because I never know what to ask. And honestly, a general read's, like, not a bad one to ask for. It's never a bad one to ask for. General read is usually, like, the read I tell most people to ask for. You can ask for something specific if you have something specific in mind, like, you want to know what you have, like, a decision to make between, like, sticking with one job for a promotion and going with another job because it could be a new outlet. Like, a question like that, those are always, like, easy to read for, and, like, you can kind of have, like, kind of a grasp on it, because the deck will allow you to do weigh pros and cons. I used to scream at my dad in therapy and fights when something bad happened, family first. Last month was 10 years. Doesn't feel like it. He enjoyed Halloween too. My dad has been gone for a year now. You have good night. Take care. Have one of what I do to dude. Take care and pleasant nightmares to you, my friend. I hope you have a good one. Dad passed away about. He passed away in March, going into April. He passed away in March of last year, so it's been a little over a year. And I'm used to doing Halloween, like, very big here. Like, I'm used to doing Halloween very big here, and I tried to do Halloween big last year, but I could not bring myself to do it. And it's part of what's giving me trouble this year. For one, there's all the chaos of the move. There's all the chaos of the wedding. But a lot of it's just the fact of, like, I'm used to having my Halloween partner here to help me out with all this stuff. You know? And he's not, so it makes it difficult to kind of, like, figure stuff out. I bounce ideas off of him a million times over, because, like, my dad was not a super creative individual at all, but he was during Halloween. And I could make crazy stuff bouncing ideas off of him during Halloween. So it's just, it's weird. It's weird in its adjustments. It's also weird because, like, not having him here for the wedding has been a real mindfuck for me. My dad and his dad used to have a saying. Whenever I would do a favor for them, they always had a saying they would say every time I did a favor for them, without fail. It was always, if I did a favor for them, they would look at me as like, Redmond, you are a gentleman and a scholar, and I shall one day dance at your wedding. And neither of them are going to be here for that, and that kind of trips me out. Which I'm sorry to get off, like, in a melancholy state here and to talk about depressing thoughts. That's not what we're here for today. Is my ship losing its mind? Ah, it's just Discord. Check something. It's got a weird message. Oh, okay, that's all that is. That's nothing major. Okay. Okay, worried for a second there. I was like, wait a minute. Apparently behavior had to do a quick cover-up fix since they accidentally leaked the blighted skins for a day. Couldn't buy them, but they were visible in the event store, and you could view Mori. Who are we getting blighted-wise? Because I haven't seen who we're getting. Spirit of Halloween compels you. It's rough, although I do agree that you're both a gentleman and a scholar. Just want to know one thing in a tarot read, but you don't have to do it. The only question I have is, will I have good fortune? I get that question asked a lot. Blighted Unknown and Blighted Springtrap. Springtrap, I guess we were getting. Unknown, I didn't. Does Unknown look cool? Because, like, I want a cool skin for Unknown. Let's see. Fortune, I think, can be things other than money. It can be. Good fortune means what is my luck looking like? Will good things happen? Will I have good fortune? Not necessarily will I have a fortune. Will I have good fortune? Will things turn out nice? Will things turn out good? So pick of unknown. Oh, that looks horrifying. I already have issues with the unknown, man. That looks horrifying, but also I want that. Okay, let's see. There are still so many peeps here, and so many more peeps here. Holy Christ. Alright, so let's see what we got. So the question is, what does fortune hold? V8 happens middle of November according to the roadmap. Also, licensed DLC November. I thought we weren't getting any more DLC this year. I thought they announced that earlier in the year. They were pushing all that back. Do we know who the license is? And is it killer, survivor, or both? I could have sworn they'd pushed it back, but I could be wrong. It's 1 killer, 2 survivor. It's been a while, so give me a second here. Okay, so it's a simple 3-card spread we're doing behind the Cyclops Eye for this read. Your first card that you pulled is going to be the 6 of Potions in reverse, or the 6 of Chalices in reverse. Pulling this card in reverse is usually a meaning of nostalgia. You have this very nostalgic air around you right now. That there are things that may be clouding your thinking or your judgment. Remembering simpler times, fonder times, and maybe putting a little too much into that wonderment could mean that you're holding on to a past hope a little too strongly and not looking enough at your current situation as to what could be bogging you down. It's great to remember the past. You just have to kind of like keep yourself a little more grounded, instead of just going on with wistful thinking, and kind of try to keep yourself a little more based at the on the reality at hand. So essentially, being the feeling of nostalgia could be this feeling of being stuck in place. You remember being able to hold down a job or get a job or so on and so forth, everything being fine, easy and dandy with that. And now that times have changed and things have changed up on you ever since things have gone haywire since like the pandemic, everything's really changed and rotated around very heavily for everybody. With things just being so different now, you may be having to change your tactics and may have to be digging in other avenues. The person getting the reading is Chaos Demonic Soul Reaper, and the question is, does their future hold good fortune? It's just, will I have good fortune is the question. So, and then they further pushed on to it with everything's been kind of shitty lately, and they still haven't been able to procure a job and have had other issues, etc., etc. So the first card, 6 potions or 6 of chalices in reverse. As I said, it's a feeling of it's your current predicament with that card. For its placement, it represents what appears to be going on, and the basic card shows the perception of the current situation. So, like, yeah, it could be literally the feeling of nostalgia, the feeling of the yearning for what you had in the past, which in this case was having a job probably akin to or similar to what you had before. So this may mean you may need to look into other avenues for work. You may need to look at the possibility of stepping out of your comfort zone a little bit. You may need to kind of like push in maybe a different direction, is what this is saying so far. With the next card in the set, that's going to be the what's hidden, what's hidden behind the Cyclops Eye, basically. The card in this position will usually show the nature of an important hidden aspect of the situation. Something maybe you're not
currently grasping, which with this I think is going to lead more into what this card had already stated. The next card in this read is actually one of my favorite cards in the entire deck. The art for this card is pretty much what encouraged me to buy this deck. And that would be the King of Candles, which you've also pulled in reverse. But can we just look at how pretty that card is? That is still one of my absolute favorites. Love the art on this card. But we've pulled this one currently in reverse. So the King of Candles is the what's hidden, what you're missing, what may be throwing into that aspect. Here the King of Candles tunes out the opinions of others, becomes a bit ruthless in the pursuit of what he wants. His impulsiveness and unyielding determination can lead to disaster if he refuses to listen to sensible advice. So yeah, okay, so yet again, going back to where we were previously on with this card of the sitting in nostalgia and sitting in kind of like your past forethought. To push out of that, you may need to take more advice from others. You may need to look at the bigger picture. You may need to sit back. You may need to instead of like just going at it full force and trying to tear stuff apart and trying to like brute force yourself into doing the same thing of what you've been doing. I've been expanding searches for positions that work in my favor for a job. Well, from what this is saying is you may need to expand a little bit further out. Like you may need to go out of the comfort zone. You may need to like completely try something new. Literally of what you said right there. I'm expanding my searches for positions that work in my favor for a job. Which I mean anybody wants to do. You do so want stuff to work in your favor. That's just a common thing when you want to do for work. But you may be looking too much into what's in your comfort zone. That goes back to this card right here of being a little too, I guess a little too strong-headed on it, of being a little too determined on just pushing in that direction and being unyielding in this is what I want, so this is what I'm going to get. You may not be able to do that. You may have to broaden and expand what you have and see what opportunities can be expanded upon from there. You may need to listen more to the advice of others when it comes to looking for other places. It's like you may need to like consider maybe looking in a different typing or profession than what you're used to. Like if you are someone who is completely used to retail, so that's the comfort zone you're looking for, you may have to look outside of like the retail bubble into like maybe look at something like office work, or look into something that is a little more slowed down. Or if you're someone which has gone office work forever, you may need to broaden your horizons to something that may pay a little less, but would still be putting money in your pocket, so you could eventually grow in the future. So that's what you've got for your hidden, is that you may be your own worst enemy on that and not pushing yourself out as much. What is it that gives terror the ability to help read the future or help you look within? Give me a second, let me finish this up, and then I can explain what that is for me, but that's going to be different for everybody. Because our next card in this section is your advice. And you got a really good card for advice. If you want another gorgeous card, another one of my favorites, but it's a excellent card no matter what deck you pull it in for advice, and that would be the World. Advice and what to expect is what you're going to get from this card. Okay, so the World's a fun one. But let me make sure I give it like its more accurate terminology first. Okay, so the World represents it's usually it represents completion of a long journey. It's a long ordeal, a long trial, a long it's the conclusion to the running around and having either chaos befall you or having good befall you. It's the end of a long journey at that point, and it's the end of one thing and the starting of something new. So when it's upright, it's usually a sense of completion of something that is either you're going to complete something or you have completed something, depending on where it is. And this one is something of completion to come, from where it is in this read, being the last card in the read and being the advice and information to come. This is stating that essentially what you're looking for, you should obtain. So in this case, you're wanting a job. This means that this and the fortune you're looking for, the good fortune you're looking for, should be able to be within your grasp. You should be able to get this. You've come. Basically, the way the card reads from the books, it says you've done it. You've come so far, been through so much. You've learned so many powerful lessons along the way. You're feeling satisfied, happy, and whole. Consider sharing your experience with others. You have the ability to inspire people. So since this is a future events card from the way this tarot read goes, the way this works, and this is where this will also kind of help poke into MT's question. This is not a guaranteed future. This is not a guaranteed you're going to get this. You're not going to guaranteedly get the good guy. Yay, I got the cookie, I win. That's not what this is. What this is this is a possible outcome, a possible, think of like when you have multiple endings in a video game. This is your possible good ending. How do you get the possible good ending? Realize being stuck in your nostalgia and being stuck in what you've come to expect from your past and what you're yearning for from your past. Step out of this, pop that bubble, broaden your horizons, look a little bit further out, look into things outside of your comfort zone, and listen to advice of others when it comes to that. Don't just sit in the same rut you've been putting yourself in. Look in a different direction. Play in a different direction. And if you play your cards right, by playing in a different direction and by broadening your horizons, listening to others around you, not being bullheaded, not sitting on one ideal saying, I need it to be this way because this is what I'm used to, this is what I want, which I know that's hard. Motherfucker, I have autism. We don't like change. Whenever I have change, I get real upset, and I don't like getting out of my comfort zone or getting out of my bubble. This is a call to break that bubble, push a different direction, ask more questions from other people. Ask people you wouldn't think about asking about work, about jobs. Look in a different field. Look in a field you're not used to. From this, you will learn new things and accomplish your goal by learning new things. This is a completion of a journey through learning, through evolution, and through trial and error. So try a new job. Try a new job type that you've never thought about doing. Learn a new skill set and push in that direction, and see if that leads you to the fortune that you're cherishing, that you're wanting, that you're yearning for, not cherishing, yearning for. See if that gives you that direction. But you'll have to break free of nostalgia, break free of what's already got you stubbornly locked in place, broaden your horizons, learn something new, and carry on that journey so you can complete it. To answer your question on what is it that gives tarot the ability to read the future or help you look within, when it comes to that, it's not really that it has the ability. I am a man of science which also believes in I'm a man of science who also believes in supernatural bullshit at the same time. So I'm going to give you a conflicting answer here. They don't really tell the future. They tell you a way to read your own future. Not to read your own future, to make your own future. It's how you or the person reading the cards for you reads the cards that determines this. Someone else can make this exact same read and make a completely different interpretation of it. Because it comes down to the reader. And then it comes down to the recipient on how they receive the read and how they decide to use it. For me, reading this out loud, this is literally looking at Soul Reaper's current predicament, looking at what their current situation is, and adding the cards' meanings to that and seeing if I can help explain a better way to break free from their current cycle, to help them look within themselves and to obtain a better future. This is not me reading their future or knowing them on a spiritual level, which a lot of people will tell you, oh, that's what that is. When it comes to, that's not what it is. This is me taking what I know of the person that I am reading for and all the information they just gave me, applying everything that the cards state from what their rules are to their situation, and seeing if I can make that possibly make proper sense to help them reevaluate their situation that they're in, such as the nostalgia of wanting a job similar to what they had in the past is something that they know will give them exactly what they want, versus escaping that nostalgia, escaping that one-track mindedness, and breaking free of that and looking into a different avenue. So that's knowing that that's where they're at, that's what they're stuck with. This card talks about nostalgia, so this card means that card means apply this to their past. Their past situation was they had a job, they no longer have a job, and they're still looking for a job, but they're probably still looking for something. Knowing how human nature is, they're still looking for something in the realm of what they originally had or what they're comfortable with, because humans are creatures that look for comfortability. They look for familiarity. They also want familiarity. So this says that that's probably what the problem is when you add that to that root there. Now, if I pulled a different card, it could have meant a different thing for that situation, but I still would have probably sat on that being the core that needed to be fixed. This states that when you apply their current problem to that, this talks about being hard-headed. This talks about wanting to go in one direction and wanting to have what they know they had, and they've done it for so long that's made them blind to other possibilities. And this is a card that says you need to break that if you want to go on your next journey and complete it. If you're looking for a complete journey and getting success, the way to do that is to break this one's cycle. So it's literally adding everything that I know about their current situation and who they are as a person and how they usually do things from what I have and what my perspective is, and applying that to what the cards also say and seeing if it works. There's going to be times where cards aren't going to mesh with anything in the situation, and there's not much you can do about that. It's not the fact that it is accurately telling the future, it is me trying to accurately help them with advice with their problem from the card's information. Or at least that's how I do it. I do not say this predicts the future. I say this works on video game logic of it gives you options for a good ending, bad ending. And these are how you get the good or bad ending, and how to change them to get your better result. If that makes any sense. I hope that makes sense. It made sense in my head when I was thinking about it and trying to think how to talk about it. That's how I've always done reads. That's how I've done reads for Panda, Anth, Shaman, myself, my family, everybody. It's how I've done reads for chat. It's how I do them. It can read it pretty accurately, but it reads it pretty. The reason why this reads pretty accurately, the reason why the deck quote unquote reads the filth, as we like to put it, is because I know you guys, I know my audience, and I know my cards, so I know how to equate this in ways that you will understand better. And how to give better advice from the cards by knowing my audience and what y'all need or what y'all usually expect from me or your situations. But yeah, this is also the reason why, though, in a lot of cases, I don't usually charge for tarot readings, because I'm not going to tell you, oh, it's some mystical thing that's going to guaranteedly read stuff out for you word for word, and it's going to give you all this, that, and the other. No, this is just taking your question and your problem and finding a way to better tackle it. But I hope everybody here enjoyed that. I always explain it as it being an advice and whether or not you want to take that advice. Yeah. That's a good way to put it. Basically, I use these as ways to better break down your problem. Try to break free and reach out further. How I go about it will be a challenge. Well, advice I can give for doing that. Look at everything you've already done and write it down. These are the things, and then look at the parts of it that you've written down that have worked, and look at the parts that have not shown any fruit whatsoever. The ones that have not shown any fruit whatsoever, you need to avoid. It's like, okay, that didn't work, well, that's gone. Go into the next one. Go into the ones that either haven't shown a result yet, or the ones that have shown a good result, and test those options. In broadening your horizons, go to other people that have jobs. Ask them how they got their job, ask them what they do for their work, and ask them what skills you need for entry level, and ask them what you can be taught if you can't just learn it outright, or if you don't have it outright, but they have the ability to teach it. Ask what they can teach you. Ask how they can teach you to better work for them, and see if that can lead to you getting work through them. A lot of places will hire people on the pure premise that they're willing to learn the job. Now, how long you get to keep the job is determined by how well you learn, how well you retain, and how well you do the tasks they set in front of you, as well as how quickly or how slowly you learn and retain. But it's one of those, like, go and ask people that work these jobs, and ask friends that work certain jobs that maybe you've not thought of working. Maybe you're not sure if you can do them. Ask them about the job. Ask what the job implies, what it entails, what comes with the territory, what physical things does it require, what mental things does it require, what knowledge do you need, what skills do you need, and write that down and see which ones of those you have and which ones of those you can do. And then upon that, if that seems to work for you, ask them about applying and how you can go about that if they have an opening. If they don't, look for another location that's doing a similar job and apply those questions and answers to that other location. Because, like, say somebody who's like doing, like, say somebody who's working for like something at Amazon, and you find out that the stuff's good for what is good enough that you can do it, and you'll be able to learn the skills and all this, that, and the other to do it. Well, then you can go, but there's not an opening there. Well, then you can go to like a different warehouse type thing and ask about that. Or maybe maybe it's something more extravagant, like maybe it's like learning welding. There are a lot of places where you can go. It's like, okay, it's like, do you need experience here, or do you teach people to have experience here? And you can figure that out. What's up? I'm just going over tarot read.
Not that much.
Oh, it's cute. Oh, come on.
I'm contemplating if I want to add the buttons onto it, but I feel like this is already a lot. This already feels like a lot.
I think it's super cute.
Especially with like the sprinkle effect and all.
I don't think it needs the buttons, but it could be. If it does, I'd only put like maybe one button on it, like in the center.
It's supposed to have like two, like right here. But I feel like if I put green, it'll overpower the green. But then if it's orange or black, it'll just blend into it. So I think I might just leave it as is.
If you have purple.
I don't. Purple was the one color
Because like purple could work because you got purple sprinkles all over this.
I know. So like this collection's supposed to have 4 colors, right?
Uh-huh. It's
supposed to have the orange, the black, the green, and the purple. The purple is the one that I'm missing.
I mean, I could possibly find your purple buttons at Walmart.
I mean, I could do actual buttons, but I meant like the crochet buttons. But like the purple is like the one color I could not get my hands on. I do like the way this turned out though.
You gonna put bells on it?
I only have yellow bells. Oh, I have silver.
Silver could work.
I have silver and gold.
I think silver could work.
Maybe. They're upstairs. No, I don't want to go upstairs right now.
But yeah, so that's what I've got on
Hellos.
this specific read. I think I've given all the information I possibly can on that one. So I do hope that helps.
Yes, I have eaten today.
Yeah, see, now they're going to ask you now.
My one issue with this pattern is always this hat part. Because like this is supposed to be like the accent color, right? But because there's only like three of the parts over here, one of the color blends into this bottom part. So I usually hide it in the back.
And for all the other people that this tarot read wasn't for, I do hope y'all enjoyed it. You found some of the information of it insightful, and hell, maybe the read even helped you out.
It's funny because I was finishing this while watching YouTube, while I'm just like going through random videos on YouTube. Right after Gabriel Iglesias, and then I got you. And it was you talking about you reading off the tarot read. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's been a while since I've done one.
Oh yeah. But yeah.
Yeah,
I
so
love this pattern.
but yeah, I hope that was at least insightful for peeps, or maybe it was just fun for peeps. Maybe y'all don't believe in it at all, and if y'all don't, that's fine. Yeah, Fluffy, Gabriel Iglesias.
Specifically, I was watching Support Court with Vonda B, and then for some reason, no, I was watching Personal Injury Court that led to Support Court that led to Gabriel Iglesias, and then it gave me you.
That's a hell of a roller coaster ride for where it's jumping to. Damn. See, apparently I'm a fluffy guy.
Oh my god. Bonk.
But yeah, to peeps that maybe not believe in it or any of that other kind of stuff or take no stock in it, I hope at least it was entertaining. It's like that's like the other big thing here is I hope at least it was entertaining.
I get so worried about doing like tarot reading, but for myself now.
Why?
I'll eventually get to a point where like literally every little decision that I have or every little problem I encounter, I end up just pulling out the cards.
Yeah, don't do that.
And I'm just, no.
Don't do that.
I've gotten to the point where
that's one of the things
before,
where
and
like
I'm just
I get on to people about that kind of stuff all the time. It's like the cards should never rule your life. Don't let it be for every decision. There are a lot of people that do daily reads, and hell, I used to do daily reads. And daily reads are fine if you're doing like maybe a small, like maybe 1 or 2 card pull for yourself. But like doing like massive reads and letting everything determine everything for you via the cards. Remember, like at the end of the day, it's advice, and it's advice you make for yourself out of them. Even though the spiritual aspect of it, hopefully it makes sense to folks as a problem-solving tool in the way that it helps reframe situations and think about it. That's the way I use it. That is like the best way to fucking describe it that I've not been good at describing. That's literally the best way to do it.
Like I said, take it more of an advice.
So I can go out and do the late night door dashing again. Man, I'm hungry.
Panda! Look at the pumpkin! I feel like this would be cute as like a pumpkin body.
It would be.
I need to remember how to make a pumpkin though.
So that's the one you made me.
I fucking love this pattern!
Hmm?
I have so much fun making this pattern every time. I'm probably about to make another one, but this time doing like green and orange, and then having the ruffles be black.
Lord, there's still 39 peeps here. I hope you enjoyed tonight.
No, I haven't. I took a nap.
She did.
Yeah, I got 4 hours of sleep last night.
Panda's new ride.
Ooh, love that color.
Right? It's a nice car. Was it a good nap?
Don't know.
You don't know? How do you not know if it was a good nap or not? You seem very excited she took one.
It's one of those naps that's like, I took a nap, but it didn't feel like I was actually asleep.
I hate those kinds of naps.
Like, I feel like I had literally
The nap is a lie.
I feel like I had just closed my eyes for maybe like 30 minutes or so before you came to wake me up.
You've been asleep for 2.5 hours?
Yeah, see, it didn't feel like that. felt like 30 minutes. Not even. Felt like 15 minutes. Like I had just started to kind of like doze off a little bit, and you woke me up.
So that's something I could do. I could break out like the tarot cards, like during the wedding night, do like a silly thing for it.
I have one tarot card. For anybody that's like interested, I have one deck that I can like. I don't know what the word is anymore.
Read from?
No, well, not that I would personally read from, but it's like if anybody wants to start getting into tarot reading or specifically oracle reading, I have one deck that
One that comes like the grimoire?
No, the pink one. The pink one with the gold foil around it. Cause oh my god, I can't remember. What is word? What is word? Anyways, anybody that wants to get started, this card, like the cards in this is super easy. They're really pretty, and it's like it doesn't read like your typical oracle or tarot deck. I could probably go grab one.
See, for me, when I'm telling people what to do when it comes to like looking into reading for the first time if they decide to, is find a deck that pertains to an interest.
Oh yeah.
It's like you can buy a classic one, and a classic one's probably like the one that a lot of like diehards will tell you to go with. But I tell most people, find something that like has one of your favorite things, and like get like something that revolves around one of your favorite things, because if you like that, then you're more willing to read it. As well as when you read the cards, when you look at the cards, if the deck's built right, like if it's done right, like if it's written right, basically, the cards themselves will make sense for you when you read them. Like you'll read it and immediately understand its meaning. Like, take with the Nightmare deck for instance. Let's pull up a really good one. Okay, so the tower. The tower is like a card that's rough. When you see the car, when you see the tower, you need to worry. Bad shit's coming when you see the tower. So the Nightmare deck, you get Jack's tower, where he locks himself in his room, and he starts scheming for all the things that he wants to do for Christmas. And he locks himself away. He scares everybody. He worries everybody because he's no longer doing things that are in his normal jovial means. He's trying to figure out a way to have Christmas for Halloween Town. And he's going through and he's failing experiments. He's getting mad and this, that, and the other. And eventually he comes up with an idea. Christmas will be ours! And he yells it out to everybody and everyone gets excited. But in the process of doing this, like what he hasn't realized is in doing this, he is about to lead to his own self-destruction, his own downfall, his own fall from grace, because he's about to do something that is out of his character. So like the tower, because you know that from the movie, when you pull the card and it says this is bad, when you read the book for it, you understand why it's bad. You can better relate to it. Or with like, let's see. It's another really good one. Actually, another good one would be the world. The world in this deck is signified by the realm of trees. So the world with this one is made by the realm of trees. So this is where Jack's journey begins and where the journey of the movie ends, with everybody going back to their respective worlds. So this makes sense for the world. This is the door to all worlds. This is the story of the journey coming to a start and an end. The same card. Or with Jack on his mission of the Fool. When you read about the story of tarot, which is the journey of the Fool, where he goes and he learns, Jack being the fool in this situation, the one who's bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, and going into a new situation and a new journey all of his own to eventually complete with the world in the end. This card even links to it in art of where it's going to lead to and where it's going to end in. When you have something that is in a realm of stuff that you understand, which for me, The Night Before Christmas is something I understand very well, it makes reading this and understanding its meaning a lot easier, because I can sit there and say, that art makes sense to me for what that is, versus it being something else. So I always tell people, when you're first learning how to do tarot, if you have an interest in it or want to do anything with it, to find something that's in the realm of things that you like a lot. Because it'll make it where it's easier for you to understand stuff, as well as because it's something you like a lot, you'll be more apt to go and try and read it. I wish I could see St. Patrick's Day World, Valentine's Day World, etc., but we only see Halloween Town and Christmas Town. If you want to see the other worlds, or if you want to read about them at least, there are 2 more books in the Nightmare Before Christmas series. Long Live the Pumpkin Queen, and the newest one, which I can't remember the exact name of it, but it's a continuation of that one. Jack and Sally, it takes place after the movie, and Jack and Sally are basically going on honeymoon, and they wind up going through other worlds, and you get to learn more about the rules of other worlds and how they work through those books. Now, I'm not going to say they're the best books in the world. With a lot of stuff when it comes to those books, it's in some cases it kind of feels like it reads a little more like a fan fiction, but I still enjoy them, and they do give a lot of extra lore to the rest of the world of Night Before Christmas. So if you want to see like the Valentine's world or other worlds that are also included in the doors, you can see them through that. So I was just reading the books. What's up, Jaden? How you doing? Hope you're well.
I found the one deck.
Alright. I like that one because it's like super shiny.
I love this one.
Crow Brain does crow things.
Okay, so like this one, the one thing I like about it is like it doesn't read like your typical tarot or oracle decks really. So like all the cards are written with like very specific text. So like you've got Ask Body, the Universe, Power. I've got one in here that was like movement and stuff like that. And it's like the meanings are very straightforward with these. This is like one I could definitely suggest for like, that's the word. This is a deck that I would suggest for like daily reads.
Side note, just looked it up. Kami is right. It is Hour of the Pumpkin Queen. I just bought that one. I haven't read it yet. I read through the other one. I've read through Along with the Pumpkin Queen, but I haven't read the other one. It's sitting right next to my bed. I just haven't had time to read it.
That's the one that you have with the fancy...
The fancy, like...
The fancy pages on the sides?
Yeah, the page art on the sides.
Yeah.
Oh, keep going.
That was it. I don't remember what the deck was called, though.
Show off more of the cards. Went to my community college today to learn about it before I start applying for the school. That's a good thing to do. How did it go? Did you like the school?
Threads of Fate. That's what the deck's called. But yeah, like I just love the art for some of these. You're so pretty. No, I think like I found this the same time I found my nameless deck one.
That's the big one.
That's
right?
a super big one, yeah. You got the Seeker.
Yeah, the super big one I would not suggest
No.
to new tarot readers.
That is definitely on the more advanced side. So like you've got cards like this. The text just says "Get curious." And the card itself is literally just like, if you have something you want to try, you don't know whether or not you should, let your curiosity take you on that route, you know? Sometimes being curious is like a good thing.
Well, the school here's got a good culinary program and super queer accepting. Well, yeah, awesome. These are important things.
But yeah, that's all.
It do be fancy. I like the fact that it's got like the gold gilding on the sides.
Oh, yeah. And like each of the cards in here are all separated and by their like respective elements too.
I still like this one.
Oh, the lenticular one?
Yep.
E.
I was showing that off earlier. But yeah, I think that's honestly about all I've got for the day. We beat the game super early. So now all I've been doing is talking about DoorDash order I'm picking up said they wanted 27 straws and 40 napkins. What the fuck?
Was it a big order?
Thank you for the read, Zombie. At least I know I'm not leading my own destruction. It's not a problem. Like, I don't have problems with doing reads for peeps. As long as I've got time, if like I've got like free time in the middle of a thing, or if I need to take a break in the middle of a stream, like doing a read's never a big deal to me. So like someone wanted to stock up for a potluck and figured they'd get all that for free with the rest of their order. That's what I was thinking. There's 3 meals. I don't know why they needed so much. It's probably exactly what Kami just suggested. It's one of those they're out of shit and want to fucking stock up, and they're hoping to God that they'll do it. Which they probably won't. I know if I was working there, I'd be like, no.
Oh no. If I was working at the restaurant, I wouldn't do that. But I was about to say, I know I saw my tarot decks the other day on the bed.
Yeah, because I found them and I put them somewhere else.
And I was like,
okay, because fuck McDonald's. I mean, valid. Absolutely valid, but at the same time, like, I mean, I say fuck McDonald's, but at the same time, I like to eat at McDonald's. I like to eat at McDonald's far more than I should.
Speaking of McDonald's, I want their fries.
See, I've been craving their fries for like the last 2 days too, because like one of our roommates mentioned it, and I was like, I don't need it. Don't need it.
See, I'm craving 2 things right now: McDonald's fries. And the Franken Sunday.
That's
from Burger King's, yeah.
That Sunday though, I like that Sunday a lot.
I'm shocked at how much I like it. I thought I'd hate it or like not like it as much because of how sweet it is.
But no, it's super tasty.
I just had waffle fries today.
I want waffle fries.
I had a coworker that got some today, and I was like, ooh.
I can't remember the last time I had waffle fries. Are you trying to remember?
25 years ago.
No. I didn't have waffle fries for the first time though until I was well into my adult age.
Whoop.
Shit.
Not the cards.
That's not good. 1 second, so I picked that up.
Do you need help?
I'm just trying to make sure I don't damage anything.
Oh, Jesus.
Did you hit the box behind you?
I did. You can scoot back some. I
Can't really. I think that's about as far as back as I'm gonna get.
think that's only 4.
I'm hoping I can do a count real quick. Waffle fries are the ultimate condiment picker-upper. Also, I'd ask who is getting DoorDash at this time of night in general, but some folks just work this late. I mean, like, both Mizu and I have.
I've gotten DoorDash at like 5 in the morning before.
Lord.
Either that or I'll get it around like 3 in the afternoon, and that's like enough food for me for the rest of the day. I'm going for this way.
Left. Yep. Yeah, that's the whole deck. See, this time of night, I'm just pilfering the pantry. See, for us, the reason why it happens, the reason why we wind up making an order that late, is because we don't have anything in the pantry to pilfer, or we're tired of ramen. Which, if we were to look at it right now, that would be exactly what we're looking at right now, is we just don't want ramen. And it's like, I love ramen, but like when it's all you eat, day in, day out, you get kind of sick of it. I've been eating so much ramen while trying to conserve money so I can make sure that I have everything I need done and squared away for the wedding. So there's a lot of ramen eating going on over here right now. What's up, Jedi Otter? How are you? Just a bunch of burger haters. I've just never been a Chick-fil-A person. I've just never been a Chick-fil-A person. I have plenty of reasons not to eat there, but that's like my main ones. I'm just not a Chick-fil-A person. Never really have been. It's one of those things, like, the part of the reasoning behind it was because, like, I never understood the hype behind it, because I didn't eat it for the first time until I was an adult. And then when I finally did, I was like, well, it's been hyped up to be this big ass thing. I was like, nope. It has some Asian food right now, but at the moment, I'm not hungry enough. See, there's an Asian buffet close by us that Muse and I both want to go to, but like their prices, as well as like the prices of like almost everywhere eat out, has gone up so much we just cannot afford it. But in some cases, it's cheaper to do that than to buy stuff to make food as is. I can make myself a sandwich or a bowl of noodles right about now. I'm probably gonna make a bowl of noodles after I'm done with stream, because like we've pretty much done everything for the game tonight. We've done some chatting, chilling, hanging out. We've done some tarot reads tonight, which has been fun and interesting. It's been an interesting night, not gonna lie. It's been a weird night, but it's been an interesting night. I'm appreciating everybody that's here. Lord, there are a lot of you guys here. I don't know why, but I appreciate you guys being here. Lord help me. Rather go to Charcoal Grill for a good burger. Never been there. Lucky Chaos. Do a backflip for the vibe. I wish I could. If I could do a backflip, I would be doing backflips all the time just because I could. I wish. Lord, I wish. I just do it just because of, haha, look what I can do. So if I could do backflips, like, man, streams would be a completely different thing. I would design my office completely differently. Just to be like, look what I do! Yeet! And then eventually, I would fuck up the backflip on stream and everyone would laugh until I didn't stand back up. They'd be like, oh shit. Shame and go fix it. Lord help me. Charcoal Grill has some really good food, and they use charcoal grills and not propane grills. That does sound good, though. I think the place called it's called Cookout. I think it's called Cookout. That's around us. Yeah, there's a restaurant called Cookout, and they've been like spawning all over the place in our state recently. And I got to try them for the first time. And I like their food, but again, I don't like the prices. Look what I can do! Johnny Test whip crack sound effect. No, see, my brain goes to, look what I can do! And all I can think of is fucking Stewart from Mad TV years and years ago. Stewart? No. Lord, I haven't thought of Johnny Test in a long time. Speaking of food chains, I've never had Waffle House before. Man, okay, Slave, Mizu and I are notorious for, like, whenever we need, like, food late night, going on basically what we like to call Waffle House dates. And man, after our last couple excursions, we're kind of gun shy on going on Waffle House dates anymore. We've had some weird ones. Who remembers Hey Arnold? Me, I fucking love that show. The one that gets me is people don't ever remember Avro Monsters. I finally found my DVD box set for that one. Don't remind me of Johnny Test, 8th grade summer changed me. Move it, football head. I used to love that show. I still love that show. Youngest sister got her tonsils removed, and that's all she wanted to watch while recovering from that surgery. Lord, I would have lost my mind. I'm not gonna lie. I would have lost my shit. Man, I'm still waiting. Okay, so like for a while there, recently, Cartoon Network have been going through and releasing a lot of their old shows, and they've been releasing full DVD box set collections. And I'm still waiting for Johnny Bravo to go on that list. Because at first what they were doing is they were releasing them in like volumes. They had like volume 1, volume 2. And it would basically be like season 1, season 2, so on and so forth. And they stopped doing that. So none of these ever got their full series. Because we got like set 1 and set 2 of Ed and Eddie. Set 1 and set 2 of Johnny Bravo. And set 1 and set 2 of Chowder. Set 1 and set 2 of Flapjack. No, we didn't get set 2 of Flapjack. And a bunch of others. And they never completed them. They decided to end that and start going into releasing them in full, like, complete series. So we've had Courage complete series is already out. I own that one. And they have Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, Powerpuff Girls, Dexter's Laboratory, and Ed and Eddie. And I want all of them, but the main ones I'm hunting down right now are Foster's and Dexter. But that's what they're going for now. Have to go study. Bye, everyone. Have a wonderful night, law student. Take care. Pleasant nightmares to you, and good luck on your studies. By the way, they put the straws in. Somebody said, fuck this place. That's what happened. Lord. But no, so I need to find, I want to find all of them, because like I want all of them. And then there's several that I'm waiting to come out. Like I'm waiting for Johnny Bravo. I'm waiting for Codename Kiss Next Door. I'm waiting for Billy and Mandy. Like I'm waiting for those three, like super hardcore, while trying to get the other ones that are already out that I want. Because my favorite list for those is Courage, Ed and Eddie, Dexter's Lab, Foster's, and Billy and Mandy. So I want at least those 5. And right close on its heels is Codename Kids Next Door. I want them to release all of them finally, and I will get them. I will own them. The only issue is like the prices for them are all over the fucking place. Like Courage came out, he was like $20. That was an easy, like, must-grab kind of type deal. Courage being $20, fuck it, we got that. Then Ed and Eddie's like 30. Came out at 40, it's now like 30. Dexter came out at 50, it's now down to 40. And Foster's came out at like 60, but I think it's also down to 30. Because Foster's was one of the first ones they released, shockingly enough. But it always depends on what the sales of those looks like, on whether or not they're going to keep doing them. Which I know out of all of them, the one that has sold probably the most has been Ed and Eddie, because like they've released it with a different box art recently. And it's always one that winds up selling out in stores. But Dexter, for some reason, doesn't sell out. And I want that one because it's got everything. It even has the Ego Trip movie. I need that one. Would love to rewatch Ed and Eddie. See, and that's just it. Back when they were doing like the DVD releases that were like in volumes, I bought the ones for Ed and Eddie. So I have season 1 and 2 of Ed and Eddie, which was before they had the art direction change. Before they went back to school, basically. But they never released the other 2 until they released it in a complete fucking box set. And that one has seasons 1 and 2, which are the normal art style, and seasons 3 and 4, which are the new art style, and they have the movie in that one. So I really want that one. I especially always want the ones that like have like their movies, because like the Foster Stone for Imaginary Friends has like the movie that started the series, and then it also has Good Will Hunting, which was the Wilt one they released during Thanksgiving. Though it has nothing to do with Thanksgiving. But that's the one that pretty much ended the series. So I really, really want that one. But I need to get Dexter specifically, because that's the one I always watched with my dad. Even though Johnny Bravo was for more adult audiences, I found the series hilarious. It was great. I loved it. And Johnny Bravo was my mom's favorite. Like, she fucking loved that series. Mom loved Johnny Bravo and the Powerpuff Girls, and she would watch Dexter with me and Dad. Dad really liked Dexter, and he really liked Dexter, Samurai Jack, and he liked Ed, Ed and Eddie. My mom hated Ed, Ed and Eddie, and my dad would watch it because it was silly. Remember as a kid, I would try to dye my tongue blue with blue raspberry lollipops so I could have a colored tongue just like the colored tongues on Ed, Ed and Eddie. Right? And I would always go like hunting like ginormous jawbreakers and be like, I want a ginormous jawbreaker. I knew I couldn't fit the whole damn thing in my mouth, but I just did not care. I wanted giant jawbreakers. Alright guys, it's 2 o'clock though. I do need to start wrapping up for the night. This has been a wild night because, like, we beat this game super quick. Like, there wasn't even a lot to this game. It was fun. I enjoyed it. The game was fun. It was silly. It had some spooky elements in it, but, like, we beat this incredibly fast. We beat it 3 times incredibly fast. Was it the scams Eddie makes in each episode makes your mom hate? No, it wasn't that. It was like the... A lot of it was fed just Mom didn't like Ed. Mom didn't like Ed. Mom didn't like the quote unquote stupid parts of the show. That was what Mom's thing was. Thanks for the horror game plus chat and chill. I love when horror games can turn to a chat and chill moment. I do. So this has been fun. Tomorrow will either be, let's see, tomorrow's Thursday. So tomorrow will either be Buy Sweet Carol. Depends if I can get my hands on it or not. If I can't, this is going to be more Look Outside. Because I do need to also be pushing that one to finish that one before Halloween. Friday, Panda, you got to talk about Game for Friday. We were talking about that earlier. We got to talk about Game for Friday. And we can go from there. And then Saturday's going to be multiplayer day. I have not determined what multiplayer game we're going to do just yet. So this is what I was talking about. I need to have this stuff planned out further in advance. So I'm going to do something. I'm going to figure out something. We're going to get it squared away. Remember, don't look outside. I don't know. You don't know? Shit. Don't ask me. I don't know. Yeah, we're going to go ahead, though. We're going to call it here. Get some rest. I will see all of you lovely peeps tomorrow as we play through more spookiness. I'm enjoying the amount of spooky games I'm getting to play, though. I've got such a long list for you guys. I've got a couple other ones that have shown up that I want to run by you guys later, because we've got games like Blood Money and That's Not My Neighbor that I've also been contemplating playing, so we're going to see what we've got on those. We're going to see what the want for those is. But with that, as you know, as I was going on, your coffee field, gingerbread, undead, and this has been rental, which was very interesting. We're going to take care of yourselves, take care of each other. As always, pleasant nightmares. I'll see all of you lovely peeps again tomorrow. Bye, peeps.